ran into a predicament. We kind of forgot that this little thing right there, I'll circle it or something like that, it needs to come off of here. We kind of forgot to do that. Yeah,
it's mainly it's mainly just a cover. Here, I'll show you in a second. But I was watching another YouTube video, and the guy said, don't forget to put this on before you put your timing cover on. So, did we forget?
Yes.
Yes.
So right now, what we have going on is this thing, the timing cover gasket, goes on a little crooked at first because it's shipping, and it needs to go on in a certain pattern. I'll show you in the book. Yeah, I'll do a still frame right now, but in this book it says the size of the bolts that you need. You can pick one of these up at AutoZone. It should tell you everything. But so it's everything goes in a certain pattern. You know, every bolt is the right size for that certain area, so on and so forth. And what we're doing is using the bottom two and the one in the top right above the water pump. So yeah, the one above the water pump, you'll use the one to the top of the top right of it. So it's a little bit easier. Technically, that would be at the tippy top of the timing cover. So it's a little bit easier for you guys.
And the timing is already set in the engine from the manufacturer, which is we got the engine from Powertrain. Thank you very much, Powertrain.
And they are sponsoring our videos now. I'll try and make modifications to my previous videos to show that, you know, we're sponsored by them. But so far, obviously this is new because, well, it's shiny. The other one's kind of fucking blown up. But we took the valve covers off of that. I guess I can show you real quick. We did basic stuff, you know, obviously with valve covers coming off, you need all these bolts to come off. And same thing goes for the other side.
And we made sure to clean everything up put new gaskets, new valve cover gaskets on there. So now it's just a timing cover. So Jake, you wanna?
And then the valve covers was a 10 millimeter, I believe.
Yes, 10 millimeter.
For all the bolts, and make sure they're all set up in a certain orientation. So as you guys can tell, this side is going to be the left side of your timing cover, and the other side is going to be the right side of your timing cover. So if you guys want to take a screenshot or something like that, basically you can pause it and make sure every single one is in the right orientation, or else it's not going to go in correctly.
Correct. Absolutely.
So obviously there's long bolts, and then there's stubby bolts without the extra one. Obviously the long ones you can use a basic deep well. Just make sure, I'd say at least almost an inch or two deep well. But I bought a basic Duralast 110 piece set or something like that. You can pick them up at AutoZone. It'll have your basic deep wells, or if you want to, if you're doing the valve covers, you can just bring the valve cover bolt to AutoZone to be like, hey, I need a deep well for this one. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, we're gonna put the timing cover on. So by some miracle, we got this on. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and
it's a real pain in the ass.
And we kind of, what are you looking for?
The rag.
Just use the shop rags. Another 200 pack of rags full.
Right.
Yeah, some miracle we got it on. It's pretty sure if you don't timing cover the oil pump gear, or the oil gear, whatever the
oil pump gear that's inside there's got to line up on the crankshaft.
And that was the biggest pain in the ass that we've noticed.
And not having the gasket fall. So
because the gaskets, it's like a paper gasket for most timing covers.
Yeah.
So they don't stick on until, well, adhere to the motor for a while.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking, oh, I can stick it on with, you know, some silicone. Yeah, no. Don't do that. Bad idea. You always use the gasket that's needed. Don't use any extra gasket maker or stuff like that.
There was 4 of these.
Yeah, it's right there.
All right. All right, Jake. Tell me.
So the small one.
right, so you tell me, Jake.
So above the bottom left is another small one.
Bottom left, there's another small one.
Yep.
Okay. That's going in.
Okay. Above that one.
Straight above or to the left?
Both of them are
small ones?
No. Just the one above it.
The one above it.
To the right. You can almost tell by the diameter of the hole.
And once it lines up with the gasket, everything else, we lined up these two, they got little pins on them, and the one up top. And the gasket lined itself up once we got it on.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't start tightening them too much.
I just want to...
Not fuck up.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Okay, the one to the left of it is a big one.
Okay. Which is what, Jake?
It's a M10 1.5 by 85.
Got it.
The small ones are an M8 125 or 1.25. Sorry, I'll just start over. So, on the diagram, if you screenshotted it, I'll try and show it again if I can. Right here, it'll say on the booklet you buy at AutoZone.
Next.
Small ones are M8 1.25 by an 80, and that should be the first three that we just did are the small ones, and then there's only going to be 4 of the bigger ones. So the bigger ones are M10s are M10 1.5 by 85s.
The next one.
The next one up is
left.
going to be a small one.
Small one. Ooh. Are you sure?
It's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass because it's big.
This one was, that one like that. I remember taking it out, it was corroded.
You're good. Okay, let's start the other side. Hey.
Huh?
Let's start the other side then.
Okay. All right, next. Above me?
Above you is going to be a small one.
Okay, next.
Small.
I'm running out of smalls. I got 3 left. Left or right?
Both.
Okay, so we got 3 left. We're missing one, so 1, 2, 3. That's a small one. 1, 2, 3, I would imagine, right?
Yeah. Oh wow. That still sounds like shit.
All right, we dropped one somewhere, Jake. It's got to be on the ground or something.
What'd you do with it?
It's on the. It's got to be on the ground somewhere, Jake.
There.
Huh?
I thought we lost a big ass bolt.
Oh.
How'd you lose a big ass bolt?
It's on the ground somewhere. There's no way we lost it, bud.
Well, I checked my area.
I'm just gonna stand up here. Alright, that's off.
Don't run into the fender, by the way. One GoPro's on there and I'm kind of scared.
Alright. So do you want to torque this down and then we'll leave?
Actually, I'll torque it down and you can film. So I don't have the risk
Please
of
don't
dropping
break
it. I'm not gonna break it. The only way it's gonna break is with the shitty bolt.
I'm scared. Is this recording?
Yeah.
I hope you can edit that in. Out.
You're
Oh. 40 for the what bolt?
foot-pounds.
Foot. I know that. Foot.
Oh shit.
40
foot-pounds for the big ones.
for the bigger bolt. Yeah. Okay, and I got almost everything done here. Put the tensioner on, put the water pump on. There's, I believe, a total of 6 screws on the water pump that go all the way around, plus the gasket it came with. No gasket on this, no gasket on that pulley. We still got to put the seal there yet. That's in the box. That's for the oil pump, or the oil filter. This is for the oil filter. So we got everything torqued down to specs. Just take a look at your manual for the torque specs. And also need your ERG valve right here. Put that in, don't forget that. And we'll go from there. We'll see what's next.